That's enough of that.
You all right, Jason?
When Dale sings this, he's actually talking about himself. He falls in love with his own image in the mirror.
He's a cookie cutter as it gets.
We're at a milestone tonight, 50. Episode 50.
Fitty.
And a certain nobody who would remain nameless is actually turning 50 next month.
No, a couple weeks. Who will remain nameless.
The lovely goddess Christina will be celebrating another birthday in a few
St.
weeks.
Valentine's Day. Where does that come from, Leonard? Where did that originate? I know you know.
And don't say Greg Valentino like you did before the podcast.
Yeah, was it some little short Italian?
Yeah, obviously it's Italian, but
he's
to be honest, I don't
saint.
know. I know the deal about the St. Patrick's. But, again, commercializing something like this, having people, they must do this, or girls being brainwashed thinking, a man's going to sweep me off my feet. He's going to buy me all these luxurious
It's a competition.
gifts. Yeah, I've under someone who remained nameless upon an expensive gift last year, and a woman didn't appreciate it. I mean, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, exactly.
Get something more expensive.
Right. And who does it? The media.
Yeah, every year you got to one-up yourself.
Just like at Christmas time
Well,
at the
last
Lexus.
year you did this. What about
people actually think on Christmas you're supposed to give your woman a brand new Lexus, give her keys, and you put a big bow on it. And I remember 10 years ago, all the hood rats would put bows on whatever car they were driving, even as a freaking,
As a guy, there is absolutely no better day of the year to be single than on Valentine's Day. There isn't.
This is for all the married men that it's like their guaranteed blowjob fuck day.
Well, it's also for people who are single, if you're a man or a woman, who puts all this pressure on themselves. Oh, I don't want to be single on Valentine's Day. Well, if you're a man, there's no better day to be single. You're not obligated to spend X number of dollars on anybody. You just lay low from February 11th to the 15th, and then reemerge out of your shell.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, it's just a phony fucking holiday because you got to you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do that. Why not do it any time of the year? Why not do it when it's a surprise?
When
it's expected, it's
anyway?
It's boring. When it's
Define
expected.
single. What does that mean? That's another.
Well,
it's like
you're
racist.
Right,
that doesn't exist.
Because the opposite of single technically is married. So I guess not in a relationship.
What does that mean, married? If we go to the roots of that, why was marriage? When did that start? And why did it start?
Exactly. There you go, Jason.
And why did it start?
Oh, that's a good question. I never researched where it started, who started it, or why. I have no fucking idea.
I need to research it, but I have my own ideas why it started. That was so you can...
You want some more water, Jason? You good?
Basically beat...
You want more?
But yeah, my back is...
And have sex at will with a woman.
Beat? Did you just say beat?
Yes.
Leonard, will you stop it
No,
with
we're
that?
talking about facts.
Oh.
Women were basically beaten since the dawn of time. And in much more so, if you look at marriages 1,000, 2,000 years ago, that was common for women to get beat. There's never been a time in history until now which says that that's wrong. Maybe they call it.
What is with you lately?
They call that the Victorian era in England.
You never talk. Talk about this shit except when we're doing a podcast. Where is this coming from?
That's a fact. That's not my idea.
Yeah, but why do you keep bringing up beating women?
Because that's what happened back then.
Okay, well,
it is kind of true. He's got a point.
What the fuck do you know?
You have the legal right to do that.
Elaborate, Jason.
Elaborate?
Yes.
They used to, if
he's just going to regurgitate everything Leonard just said.
If the princess cheated on his man...
Wait, are you talking about me?
No, in England. They would get beat. They would get slapped and bitch.
Andrew, is that a Freudian slip?
They would get slapped.
Referring to yourself as one?
They would get slapped and bitch slapped or punished, executed.
No, the trolls refer to me as the princess. And I accept it.
So because it happened since the dawn of time, you think it's okay?
I'm just stating a fact.
Okay, so
who am I?
All right, I want to know where St. Valentine's Day came from.
I don't know. And guess what? I don't give a flying fuck because I don't follow it.
Thank you.
To Google is for.
Exactly. Perfect.
Did I invent it? No. If you do it, you're a cookie cutter. Let's get down to the basics. You're a cookie cutter.
So since it's Valentine's Day, I'm going to take a minute to read something that I got from today's edition of the New York Post. It's a very small article titled 3 Simple Tricks to Spice Up Your Valentine's Day. All you boys and maniacs out there, pay close attention. Happy Valentine's Day. If you're a living, breathing human, you're craving intimacy today. But you don't have to make big plans or shell out to get close to your honey.
Crave intimacy
Wait,
every day.
the cringe is coming. Yeah. Experts from Lifetime shows Married at First Sight and 7-Year Switch share 3 simple tricks to try to spice up your V-Day. No shopping required. Trick number 1, eye gazing. Look each other in the eyes, hold hands, and maintain eye contact for 2 minutes. No talking, says Jessica Griffin, a psychologist and relationship expert for Lifetime. We've done it as long as 4 minutes. Griffin has prescribed it every evening, but you can do it a couple of times a week, she says, or just do it once a week as a way to reconnect. You could try it every night for a week and see what you notice. Trick number 2, make romance resolutions. Try starting little traditions on Valentine's Day, says Pastor Cal Roberson.
Pastor?
Another relationship expert on Married at First Sight.
That's an insult.
I did this a couple of years ago, actually, where I started a new habit on Valentine's Day. I said, from this point on, I'm going to open the door for you whenever we are together, always. That was sort of my gift that keeps on giving. His advice to pick something small but memorable. Think along the lines of pulling out a chair for your sweetie or kissing them goodnight every night. This is the cringe. Cringe. Trick number 3. Interview each other. If you're in a long... I can't believe these are relationship experts. If you're in a long-term relationship, revert back to questions you might have asked when it was new. There's physical intimacy, and then there's emotional intimacy, says Griffin. We strengthen emotional intimacy when we talk about things that are personal to us. Griffin's suggestions include, what do you see yourself doing 5 years from now? What's your biggest regret in life? What's one thing you're most ashamed of? What's one thing you're most proud of? Of course, if you're in a new relationship, these questions are great too. But if you've been in it, if you've been in it for the long haul, it's nice to rediscover details about your partner that could get you lost in the everyday humdrum. Jason, do the honors and rip that up for me, please.
Oh, man. Well,
Screw you, bitch. Fuck Valentine's.
times.
There it is, from relationship
Not times,
experts.
stupid.
You need for 4 minutes a night, sit there in silence and stare into each other's eyes. There it is. That's
You
it.
didn't get
Oh my
me.
God.
You didn't get me a gift.
Yeah.
What is this nonsense?
Where's my ring, motherfucker? I don't know, but let me stare in your eyes for 4 minutes, and that'll make up for it.
Let me ask you questions that I've already asked you, so
I'd
that
like
you
to
think
make
I'm a
a
moron
confession.
and I don't listen.
Yeah.
I, as far as staring, it's interesting you point that up. When I went to see the goddess, we always start our sessions off with a couple minutes of staring. Do you want to see what I look like when I stare at her? Okay, I'll look at Brad, for instance.
Of course you will.
Look.
Stop looking at me like that.
This is gross.
You really do that?
And she does it back to me.
Oh, you
It
fucking.
feels incredible.
So it's like two.
Try it. Staring. Yeah. What?
Wait.
When I look at that goddess,
Oh my god.
This is for all you Snapchatters that keep calling the Snap. Here,
I
this is
go
what
and
you're
lock
gonna
my
get.
bike up, come right in the living room, stare at her. She's almost the same height as me. I'm like this.
You look like you're eating
She's
crow.
doing the same thing. We do it for a good 5 minutes, and then it takes
just
off.
headbutt each other.
Try that. Well, actually, I get on the ground. And
So
she
you
says,
guys actually sit there for up to 5 minutes with looking at each other
we
like
get
that.
off. Yeah, just giving each other looks with our eyes.
It's like some kind of foreplay.
Try it. Yeah, try it. And that's the only person I've ever done it. Well, I've done it before. And if I do it to certain girls, like if I start looking at them like this, they lose control. I've done it with some Haitian girls.
That's because they're fucking
then they start
terrified.
going like this.
They're terrified.
No, they're getting turned on.
They're about to call 911.
And I like how, through the article, when somebody always has a doctor or a pastor, when they have something to say, the cookie cutters are, or a professor or a rabbi. Oh, it's just the truth and all the knowledge. I'm so glad this person with this title can say this to me.
Yeah, it's fucking horseshit.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear a title other than pastor. All it said was relationship expert. Whatever that
I
means.
thought they can't marry. What the hell they know about relationships?
What about you, shit lord?
Who cares?
He's just soaking all this in. What's your big plans for Cynthia?
I don't know. We'll see. Surprise, surprise.
You're going to surprise her?
Yeah.
You don't even know what you're doing, do you?
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
So tell us. What are you going to do?
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know.
I would love to see Jason at an event where there's a speaker and he's saying something that thinks is an important announcement that cookie cutters are not. And Jason just comes up and says, "Who cares?" That I would like to see.
You know what? You got to just wrap your cock and balls in a red bow, and that's what you give her.
Dick in
Yeah.
a box.
Yeah.
I wish you were alive when Michael King did his speech at Washington. His "I Have a Dream" speech, and when he was done, Jason got a megaphone and says, "Who cares?"
Oh my god. Well, here it doesn't say when it was invented. It just says Valentine's Day, also called Saint Valentine's Day, or the
Saint.
or the feast.
Excuse. What's a
This
saint?
one, the feast.
Mr. Perfect.
The Feast of Saint Valentine is celebrated annually on February 14th. It originated as a Western Christian feast day.
A beast day?
Feast. Honoring one or two early saints named Valentinus. Valentine's Day is recognized as
Valentinus.
Valentini fag.
Valentinus.
Oh,
Anyway,
boy.
whatever. It's recognized as a significant cultural, religious, and commercial
Significant.
celebration
Ding,
of
ding,
romance.
ding.
Significant for
Commercial.
cookie
Romantic
cutters.
love, yeah.
Maniacs see through that filth and kick that shit to the curb. And I don't care. You know what I would hope some of you maniacs do? Learn from Jason. When you have a professor say anything that thinks is so profound, just give him the "who cares."
Yeah.
And film it and send it to us.
Yeah, you have
Perfect.
college
Yes.
students doing that.
Or even you could go ahead and disrupt the pastor with his message. Who cares?
We should all go to church one Sunday.
And say, who cares?
Brad, I think the only church you've been is the Church of Satan.
That's right.
Who cares?
I care because I'm wearing the headphones. So every time you do that, you're coming close to rupturing my eardrums.
We don't give
Somebody asked
We don't give a toot.
Jonah Dewar. Ask Leonard and Prince Andrew, what does Valentine's Day mean to you? That's what it means to me.
What a pig.
Big
cares?
fucking saucy fart.
I'm going to go
They're
away.
not stinky.
You're what?
What a pig.
Takes one to know one.
Why don't you be quiet, you
Fuck, you smell like a walking fart. every
Why
day.
don't you be quiet?
I just
Post
ate,
prick boy.
I just ate McDonald's for the first time, and I don't know how long. Of course.
Leather daddy, shut up.
And any of you maniacs saw that post by, who was that? With those leather guys getting it on
It was disgusting.
that Instagram. It was funny, but beyond disgusting.
That's fucking,
Which video was
They're
this?
fisting each other, and
I don't know how that was on Instagram. Without
I don't know. I mean, it wasn't that explicit, but there was a room full of them. They're dressed like cops. They all got those.
I think it was Gorilla Juice, who's now Mr. Frosty.
I tell you what,
think
that's-
he did it.
And to think that stuff goes on all over the world.
Is that the one that had Jay's voice as a voiceover?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jay told me that's Gorilla
Yeah, I
Juice.
saw that.
Who in the hell would want to go to that type of thing? That is just.
Oh, by the way,
who cares,
Who
person?
would want to go where the fuck you go?
That's a big difference.
I want to give a big welcome back to the Bloat Lord to Instagram. Don't leave again, pal.
Woo! What do you think of the Bloat Lord, Jason?
He's a weirdo.
He's your number one fan.
He's a cookie cutter
You never
pansy.
blocked?
No. Bloat Lord? Bloat
No,
Lord?
it's Grizzly Jr.
Yeah, he's a bloat, all right. He's a pile of bloat.
I think that's what he wants.
He wants to be
proud of that.
He wants to be a pile of shit.
And he does. I mean,
I don't know.
yeah.
Bloat, M Lord,
I
M
could just
Piggy.
say-
Calling somebody a pile of shit is
Speaking of that, the only thing Valentine's Day would possibly be good for is if a couple wants to prove their love for each other, go in the shower, shit on each other, and rub it all over each other. And then fuck in it. And then if you can do that, I'd say, hey, that's a pretty good relationship.
Looking forward to listening to this one. How do you get over a relationship on this Valentine's Day? I need advice, unfortunately.
Well, I would be the first perfect person to ask that right now.
The old saying goes, the fastest way to get over someone is to get under someone else. Go out, find someone else, and have a good time.
Go to some leather parties.
Right.
That sounds like a good idea. The annual Delray Misfits leather party. I mean, but we're talking
That's a great idea.
We're talking girls, we're talking tans, and we're talking tan trans.
All right.
You could set that up. I'm all for it.
Jason, you did 2 gym videos this morning. One with me in the morning, and one with Brad and Lenny at night. And you seem great. And now that you're here, you just look like
He's not getting footage.
You look like you're in agony. What's going on? What's going on? Why are you in agony?
I gave a deep tissue massage to his neck and his lower back.
I have a heating pad. Do you want to borrow it?
You'll never see
What's
it
he
again.
doing in there?
He's checking his phone. He can't.
My back is fucking fried, man.
What did you do?
I think you pinched a nerve or two.
Jason, come here and talk to us. What specifically is going on with your back?
Lower back is really bothering me.
Oh, you're not going to be able to do legs tomorrow morning.
I'm gonna try.
Oh.
I'm gonna take some painkiller. I have Vicodin in my house.
Vicodin?
You have Vicodin?
Yeah.
How'd you get your hands on
I
Vicodin?
have it left over in my house from a year ago. I'm gonna take it.
Anything else?
Some Percocet.
Okay.
That's it. For my doctor, gave me relievers through pain.
How many you got?
I don't know how many. I gotta go back in the cabinet. I think they're a year and 2 months old. They're still good. They got like 4 months left of them. I'm gonna use them.
You want to stick around a little longer? If you want to leave, and this is your way of trying to tell us, just say, I want to go.
I need one more drink of water and see how I feel in a minute.
Go get yourself some water
never
then. What are
seen
you,
you like
fucking
this, Jason.
3 years old?
Can any maniacs give us some advice on how to cure this problem, please?
How about a fucking bullet?
Holy shit.
Jackass.
Holy shell, Brad.
Oh, it's fucking brutal.
It's Valentine's Day, Brad.
Oh, you're right. I should be nice.
I have 3.
Why?
I have 3 boxes of them in the bedroom
Look at him.
of bullets.
Bullets, put me out of my misery.
44 Magnum.
Who you bullshitting? You're not miserable. You got the fucking life.
You got the world at your fingertips, Jason.
Too bad you can't get into real shape and you just look like a bag of shit all the time.
Bag of shit.
Jason, do you want to sit on a pillow? These chairs are kind of hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit on the pillow.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm gonna put this shit. Jason needs to put on.
Fuck you.
Oh, you fucking girl. Can you ask Lenny how was the wrestling event?
Very entertaining. Those guys moved. There wasn't no standing around. There was action the whole match. Those guys had to be in good shape. And, seeing up ringside seats are priceless. I really didn't know anybody, but towards the end, those guys really were going at it good. It was very entertaining. I have to thank the modern-day Winston Churchill, of course. We had some good conversations going back and forth in the car with Mike. And you learn a lot from Adam. He's a really, the guy. He is a guy that has wisdom. Let me put it that way. And he has conviction. And, I don't see these traits in a lot of people these days. And I was just glad to, have some of that rub off on me.
Yeah, he came out. We saw him Saturday night. He came to the podcast.
Real stand-up guy.
Yeah, he is.
He's going places.
I'm surprised they didn't get you to jump over the gate. How come you didn't taunt any of those pussies?
Because they weren't in my league.
What's your league? Geriatric?
No, it's Brian Shaw, people like that. If I'm going to do it, it's going to be somebody like that.
What is he doing? Laying on the couch?
Yeah.
Oh,
I have an announcement. There's a nutrition store that opened in Boynton Beach, Florida. They're going to have a grand opening in March, and the Misfits are invited. It'll be on a Saturday. We'll let you know as more information comes out. But the great part about it is Flex Lewis will be there as well, the same time as us. So never met him.
Why are you promoting that if you're not positive that he'll be there?
Well, more details will come out.
Just because that guy said it?
Yeah, but that's going to be something, and to get all the maniacs out there.
Don't be like Jason.
Oh, God damn it, Brad.
See, we can't eat McDonald's anymore.
Brad, it's not McDonald's, it's what you ate before.
No.
That would not be starting this fast. No, I'm sorry. It's what you ate before. It's been festering in your colon.
Your cookie, that Lenny and Larry's cookie, those things are fucking good. I think it gave me gas, though. I can't think of one. Actually, I drank a Monster.
Still shouldn't give you gas.
I didn't have gas before.
You know what I think is, Brad? You're getting all those impactions done at those leather parties that your colon is getting lazy and it's used to people pulling the feces right out of you when you need to do it yourself. I know it's a big thrill having other people pull the living shit out of you, Brad.
Oh, Leonard.
But it's getting lazy. Can't even take a dump anymore by yourself.
The hell are you talking about?
That's what that flatulence is coming from.
Okay.
They're not
Percy.
They're not pulling everything out. They're leaving some. And it's what it does is it putrefies. Putrefaction, which is basically rotting, and then it creates a lot of methane gas, and you need to expel it. That's why you're constantly passing gas.
All right. Leonard and Brad, have you tried GW501516 yet? Great stuff.
It is.
Never heard of it. What is it?
I believe that's cardarine. I could be wrong. But yeah, it works well. It works. It does work in conjunction with a lot of things. It helps with your cardiovascular endurance, and it's good for your bone and brain and other tissues.
Answer this fucking thing. What's up, buddy? What's up? You're lucky I answered this shit. What's up?
Why is that?
Huh? Because I get a bunch of these Snapchat calls while we're doing a podcast, and I normally don't answer them. Oh, look at that. Why doesn't she have her shirt off?
Let's see.
He said, "There's my whore."
I want to see a whore. I want to see what she's got. Whoa.
Like Leonard said, you either have a whore or you have a wife.
Right. You got some nice teeth, by the way.
I'm on your protocol, man.
It shows. Well, keep up the good work.
All right.
And I would get busy to some ass eating on that thick piece of meat you got sitting there. Because I think I'll be jerking off to that tonight.
Let the rimming begin.
Yeah.
I'm on your protocol on that as well.
Awesome. You're good for great things, sir.
Hey, well, it's been a long, hard day at work, dude. It's been a tough week. I'm in education. And speaking to you guys and listening to you guys gets me through my week.
Oh, you're a school teacher, in other words.
Yeah.
That's not allowed to slap those kids silly or you go to jail. One of those, huh?
Not anymore, but I sometimes you just want to, but...
They need to. You need to break a trend and go for it.
Yeah, so he can go to jail and lose his
Yes,
fucking
I
job.
would. To
Don't
say,
listen to him.
no, I'm going to show. This is the man that brought discipline back. You'll be like Zimmerman. You'll be a folk hero. I highly suggest you do that. Because if I were in that position, I would do it. I would say, look, spare the rod, you spoil the child. I'll risk my job to get these kids disciplined again. back like it used to be.
Whatever. Where are you calling from?
Houston, Texas.
Houston. All right. You dried up there or what? All the damage fixed?
What's that?
All the
Shit from Harvard?
Yeah.
From Harvard.
Well, thank J.J. Watt for that, the big humanitarian, for his fundraising efforts.
JJ Twat.
Yeah.
Hey, but,
Jason, come here.
Right there, Boca. No, actually, West Palm.
Jason.
Good, good.
You leave?
That's real close.
He's passed out.
Where's Janoy at?
He's not. He's actually in another room, all passed out. He says he's
Sleep.
severe back pain. He may be sleeping since he doesn't sleep at home. This should be interesting.
Say hi to a fan. He's actually, I think he's really sleeping. All right, I'm going to let you go, bro. We got to finish this podcast. Take it easy, man. Good luck.
Hey, nice meeting you.
Keep those kids in line.
Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks.
See you.
All right.
All right, that's the only call I'm accepting. Once a week, that's it. One.
That was nice.
Yeah, that was good.
It was
just
that
need-
fatty
you just-
on the bed.
You just never know because you answer one of these, it could be a bunch of fucking assholes with their dicks out.
That was a hot fatty sitting on that bed.
She looked all right.
Yeah, she looked delicious.
Andrew's going through questions. Go ahead.
I'm scouring.
Well, what else? Oh, we didn't talk about that Vegan Gains. Lost his channel and got his channel right back.
Yeah, he appealed it and he got it back. Good for him.
Yeah, that is good. I don't watch his shit, but I don't think anybody should be deleted.
Yeah. This is the United States of America.
Yeah, enough of that
Why
shit.
those people fight and die for? For a dictator, they'll delete stuff and picks and chooses. That's not what this place is about. And if it is, you know, people got to really fight and be willing to fight and die for certain rights.
Freedom of speech.
People want to do that. Sure, you got to be willing to fight and die for it because you're going to be dead anyway. Go out and do something that's for a good cause. Put your career at line. I want to see people getting fired like me for freedom of speech. You know why? Because it'll make you a better person. You'll bounce back twice as fast. Trust me.
Oh, man.
Ask Lenny if he has heard of jelking. Jelqing.
Somebody asked that last week, too.
It's
I
an
think.
exercise that could help his erectile dysfunction.
No, I've never.
Let me Google it real quick. Spelled with a Jelk. Joking.
But in the meantime, I'd like to shout out Buy Research Liquids for all your peptide and SARM needs. The best of the best, purity, quality.
It is excellent.
And also New World Nutritionals with an S. Supplies me with the best protein on the market. Natural, pure, and effective.
Give me some of their liver cleanser, whatever you got.
Okay.
Let me give that a try. Go ahead.
Very unique liver cleansing formula. New World Nutritionals. Look at their Instagram with an S.
What else you got?
Getting bigger. Getting ready for the Ruby. Andrew Kalora's getting ready for the West Palm.
Is he going to do that?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
He'll be here. The first week of May, Maniacs. We want to see those seats filled. That's a nice locale. There's nice college girls there.
About 6 weeks out.
Yes.
No, more than that. 8 weeks.
Coming real quick. The Catman.
Yeah, he's
the
got
most
like-
one of the
he's got
most
like fucking 10
anticipated
he's got like 10 weeks.
returns to the
You
stage.
should be in great shape by then.
So Maniacs, we're all going to be here for that one. In full force. And also book cameos. You know, I've been doing work with them. Shout outs and such. They're great. They're unique. You get a personalized message from me. And they're really a lot of fun. You guys, I hate to say fun, but not sound like cookie cutter, but they'll stick with you. I'll give us exactly the message you need to hear. Not what you want to hear, what you need to hear.
All right, I'm going to read a message this guy sent me. Risk 911. I've been wanting to send this to you for a while now. I just wanted to let you and the guys know that not all of the faceless and nameless, as you guys call them, accounts are trolls. I'm one of your guys' most loyal followers. I'm 29 years old. I own a plumbing company in Ottawa, Canada. I deleted all my social media about 10 years ago, but only started this account to communicate with you and the guys when you guys started using Instagram. Every interaction online I've had with the Misfits have been nothing but positive. I know you guys get a lot of trolls and hate, but you help a lot more people than you realize. I'm one of them. The shitheads are just louder, and that's why you hear it from them. Anyways, lots of love coming from Canada, Christian. If you want, Christian, you can read this on the podcast and get the guy's reaction.
For your age, having your own business, that's the kind of person we emulate, the kind of person we strive to be. You can't be a cookie cutter and do things like that. You're probably told many times it's not going to happen, it's not going to work. Look at all the hassle you go through. That's what life's about. Bring it on. And as far as trolls, let me sum this up by saying a troll is a troll if you believe it's trolling you. I could give a two, whatever they do, fine. I got a name for them. They're called cookie cutters. And they don't affect me in any way. They could do whatever they want to do. It's absolutely insignificant. So there you have my take on it.
Yeah. Well, we welcome all the criticism, really. I mean, I know every time I post something, I'm going to get a ton of fucked up comments and shit. I've said that before. It doesn't bother me. And I appreciate the constructive criticism. Because I'm far from perfect. I don't do every lift perfectly. And if somebody...
It's not only that, Brad, but you were a severe cookie cutter a few years ago. And you still are. We all are to ways, but you're more so than others.
Okay, buddy. But, when I post shit, it's okay. I don't mind people saying, and then they fight in the comments section. I don't give a shit. They say whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. I read as much as I can.
It's good feedback, back and forth.
Right, yeah,
I like the comments.
Some of the feedback. A lot of people out there know what they're talking about.
There's nothing wrong with confrontation, verbal or physical. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, so. And blocking and deleting people... They're just going to come back with another account anyway. So it is what it is.
You hear that, Mr. Estate up there?
And if you can't take it, get off social media.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, take that silver spoon out of your mouth up there.
But the one thing I'd like...
Mr. North Carolina.
A lot of the people that will talk all the, when they get real nasty and say the real fucked up shit, they don't have a profile that you can look at and go back at them with. Right. I'd love to see what some of these fucking people look like that want to make fun... or talk shit about our appearance. I'd love to see what the fuck they look like. We've seen quite a few.
You mean you're referring to your appearance as a cookie cutter?
Well, you know what I'm saying. They always have comments like little calves, no legs.
Well, it's true. I mean,
whatever.
Hey,
who gives a shit?
It's true,
right? But I'm just saying they can criticize, which is fine.
I don't know why they say you have a big head. I don't see it.
I want to be able to criticize them back.
I'm not seeing a big head on you. I want to see what the fuck
they look like, so we can have a good, healthy back and forth.
You know what?
Because you see me in person, the way I hold the camera, it makes whatever. Who gives a fuck?
It makes what? Say it.
Makes my head look bigger.
You said it, Brad.
Who gives a shit? I don't care.
I don't think it does.
I'm not that vain. I'm not.
You do care because you commented on it, Brad.
Okay.
That's a Freudian slip.
I'm just saying, yeah, whatever. I don't care.
Yes, you do. Because you comment.
Okay, I care. Well, please stop making fun.
At least you recognize that fact.
Making fun of this
now you're on the road to improvement.
That's right. I'll go to Beetlejuice and have him shrink my head.
Never heard of her.
Never saw that movie.
No. Am I supposed to?
What are you looking at over there?
Beetlejuice.
You saw that movie.
I wasn't allowed to see those types of movies.
That movie came out when you were an adult, you fucking fag. Oh, my father wouldn't like me watching this, so I won't let myself watch it. You're still punishing yourself for being a teenager? Yes, you are.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Didn't get the D1 scholarship, which was my...
That doesn't mean you got to live in
abject
fucking misery.
You have to, it's not misery. You have to say to yourself, another opportunity. I don't want that to let that happen again.
Yeah, but you don't want to allow yourself to have anything good because you don't feel like you deserve it.
What do you mean by good?
A clean place to live.
Nobody deserves a clean place to live.
What?
Nobody deserves it.
Why?
You don't. What's your definition?
I'm saying why.
What's your definition as clean is different from mine.
Obviously.
Mine's clean as a whistle. You know why? There's no hypocrisy in that house. There's no cookie cutting in that house. There's no phoniness in that house. There's no, I need to get this in that house. I need to do that in my house. I need to mop my floor in my house. No. That's pure, clean.
You are a sick human fucking being. You really are a sick fuck.
That's your opinion.
Yeah, you're right.
But I know what kind of human being I am.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You are a sick fuck. You can't deny that you're not a sick fuck.
I'm not a cookie cutter.
Well, no shit. That's for sure.
That's what the cookie cutters say when someone does something opposite of them and doesn't let it bother them. That's a sick fuck, because that's a sick sheep. He's not going in step with the sheep. So you're a sick fuck. Society's cookie cutters, they like to point the fingers, the psychologists, the teachers, the police, the priests, the pastors, the rabbis. That's a sick person. They need help because they don't conform to us. Once you realize that's the secret of life.
That's your logic.
That's not my logic. That's fact.
Okay.
It's been going on since the dawn of time.
Is he fucking snoring over there?
He's growing. He's growing. What could be better than that? I wish I was snoring now because I know I'd be growing.
I don't know how he can sleep with you yelling like
because he's not a cookie cutter.
Because he's incredibly sleep deprived. And right now he can probably sleep through a nuclear bomb attack.
And he would survive a nuclear bomb probably.
Yeah. Because he's hunting us down at all different times of the day to get videos at the fucking gym.
Hey, he's a go-getter. How can I say?
Yeah. When you only work 4 hours a week at a legitimate job, you got to get as many views and uploads as you can.
You call that a legitimate job? Putting parcels into plastic bags so cookie cutters could carry them to their car. Can I get a double bag? Why? Because you're so fucking weak, you old fuck.
No, because they want...
Can you carry my groceries to my car? Because I'm so fat and weak.
They want the extra bags to use them as trash bags at their house.
Yeah, and for the little dogs to pick up their little...
Exactly.
Bunch of old...
Another fucking game.
Some of these old people, I swear, they just think they're supposed to just have it all when they're old. Just do, the least amount and have everybody do things for you. Because you're old. Well, guess what? You should have been in a war when you're younger. That's the problem. Men are not supposed to live past 30. All throughout history, there's been wars where basically, here's the life of a man. You're done anyway. Unless you're doing PEDs, you're done. You're supposed to have as many kids as possible with as many women. You go off to war, you kill, and then your number's up. And then you're gone. At about 20 to 30 is how men lived in history in the past. Now it's changed. Now you got men like cookie cutters. Now you got men growing breasts as old men. Now you got men whimpering and whining. They want their parcels taken to their car after the grocery store. I mean, what kind of man is that? It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. I'm almost 50 years old. I should have been gone a long time ago. In serious combat.
I don't even know what to say. All that, man. I don't know.
Men turn into almost human filth the older they get. Decrepit human filth. The process, they can't have an erection. They don't want to have sex. They want to sit in a chair all day.
It's not that they want to. That's just what happens.
It's what happens because it shouldn't happen.
Because you're too old, right?
It's not supposed to happen.
You're fucking living too long.
Where's the wars at? Where's the combat?
Why do you need that to die?
It's all throughout history. That's what life is. Wars are... I remember Mussolini had a video, and it's like the glory of war. It's just the smell of the battlefield, the combat. You know,
you think everybody should experience it? Is that
every
what
man,
you're saying?
yeah. It's part of being a man. It's something that, again,
What about women? Don't discriminate. The women are entitled to go there too, Leonard.
No, it's not right. It's out of place. Women are designed to have children, feed the children, feed and take care of the man, while the man brings back the goods from the conquest.
You're gonna get into the toxic masculinity shit.
We need to take it the other direction. I'm thinking that's why men are so miserable, and then they get perverted as they get older. I'm case in point.
Why are they miserable?
Because they didn't experience manhood to the fullest. They avoided it. They avoid the release of, and it's not necessarily their fault. It's the way things are with the country and such. You need to release that, where you're experiencing every facet of life gives you pain, killing, fear, going beyond fear, going into situations and putting everything on the line. That's where sort of football and MMA is a good replicate for it. And I don't ever want to hear, and I'm sick of this NFL and MMA worrying about safety precautions when you're doing that kind of stuff. That's not time to think about that. The time to think about that is to take place of the war, and you take it and give it. And if you die, well, guess what? We're all going to be dead. Whether I'm dead 60 years from now or on my ride home with Brad, it doesn't matter. In the scope of humanity, it's all the same.
Speck in time.
So don't stop thinking about my retirement, my this and my that, so when I'm old. You're going to be a miserable old man that wishes he were dead. And I talk to him all the time.
Yeah.
Never think that way. That's what the society wants you to
It's funny, you
think.
see, because there's a lot of, down here is where a lot of the old people are. So we come in
And they're
contact.
miserable.
They really are. You're right. You're 100%
Because
right.
they sacrificed and saved, and they're thinking to themselves,
This
I'm
is it.
70,
Yeah.
I shit my pants,
Yeah.
dick don't work, I got to look at this slob. This is what I save for, I'm going to die anyway. What
Right.
the hell?
Right. To pay for a nice house for you and your old
The point
decrepit
is go
wife
out
to
and
shit
live
your pants
100%.
Have a Haitian nurse come over and clean you up every day.
Well, that's a part I wouldn't mind. Because every time I was in the hospital for any type of stay, I can't wash myself or I can't wipe.
So basically, work hard, play hard. If you die, you
Yeah,
die.
that's a good way of putting it. You're going to die. I saw.
No, I know, but some people
It's
wanna,
called stoicism, being stoic. Stoic.
Mm-hmm.
Stoic means, when life comes, whatever. Much better way to look at things. Obviously, you want to, don't get yourself in a stupid situation, unnecessary situations, but, always expect the worst. I mean, when you get up and drive to work, say, I could be burnt to smithereens. I could suffer, but you know what? Oh, well, that's life.
expect the worst, hope for the best.
Never have false hopes and expect life to go smooth. You to be to find happiness,
like this-
because you never will. There's no such thing as happiness.
Like when people say, "Oh, it's in God's hands." It's in God's
Sure,
hands.
right.
Yeah, it'll work itself out. I love when people say it'll work itself out. No, you need to work the shit out.
And if it doesn't work out, that's life.
Like you can't just sit back and expect things to just my bills. will
Case
all
in
get
point, the
paid.
Haitian earthquake.
Like what the? I don't understand.
Read "Looking
these
to the
fucking
Sky." Jay-Z, which is Jesus in Creole. Jay-Z. That helped. That really helped a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Where was their God on a year ago today?
Well,
With
their
that fucking-
God is our God,
The massacre.
and their God.
No, I'm
you
talking
know.
about our God. Everybody. Oh, it's
Right.
God. It's in God's hands. It's because of God. What's the explanation when
God,
kids get
guess
killed?
what? God wants you to experience all facets of life. You reap what you sow, and if that happens, guess what? God wanted it to happen. How about that? You could say that. Just like people that say, how could that happen if there's a God? Well, he wanted it to happen, maybe to teach you, to teach others. He wants you to go through life's experiences. He wants you to reach potential beyond your wildest dreams. He wants to give people the experience of doing that. And like I said, once you're dead, we'll understand all this, but we're not made to understand it. But always expect the worst, but strive for the best. And again, that's a general term. That's why I like the the Buddhists so much. The Hindus.
You look like a fucking Buddha.
Actually, the Hindus. I mean, they've done things where they'll eat a couple grains of rice in a day and sit on beds of nails, and it doesn't bother them. That's interesting.
You know that for a fact it doesn't bother them?
Yes, they got to the point where these guys would be emaciated, and they'll just remove the desire for thirst, the desire for sex, and they do that to show the mind control. They'll say to themselves, I'll desire nothing. And guess what they find? They find a state of nirvana in that something we would call unbearable suffering.
Well, they're hallucinating.
Right, it's just something to think about.
Starve yourself for a few days.
But if you want to get, well, I got a contest to do, so. But I'm just saying.
Or when you're sleep deprived for a few days, you start hallucinating.
Right. But you reach a state of nirvana. I reached a state of nirvana when that goddess was kicking me, when she was humiliating me.
I always has to go back to this.
But get out there and experience those types of things.
Get out of your comfort zone.
Right. Not mentioning any names. I mean, someone could come in and put 4 plates on the bench, pop out a set of 10, 12, which is impressive, but really out of your comfort zone. Is that snoring?
Yes.
Sounds like a lion snoring.
It's either the cat or it's Jason.
It's Jason snoring.
And Kimbo's walking
That's
around.
amazing how he could just fall asleep like that.
Well,
he doesn't sleep.
Yeah, his sleep patterns are so fucked. He texts me at all hours of the fucking day.
Well, he just wants
night.
He does this for the love of his fans, for the entertainment of his fans. He's putting himself at risk. I admire that.
He does it for the money. Don't kid yourself.
No, it doesn't.
If he wasn't making any money, he would not be doing all that.
It's not for the money, Brad. It's for the fans.
I'm with Brad.
It's for the exposure. He's not all about the money.
Well, the two go hand in hand. The more his exposure goes up,
but
the
I'm
more
telling you right
money
now, if there was no money in it, he would
he
not be this obsessed with
it.
If
Jason was, like I said, he went through a nuclear attack and was the only person left on Earth, he'd be pretty miserable if no one could pay attention to him or look at him.
That's true.
I think we all would be. Could you? Oh, see, all these people with the stuff. If everybody died, would you be happy sitting around that stuff? Would you be happy driving? There's many movies, many Twilight Zone scenarios, driving around in an expensive car with nobody else here. What's the point?
Question from Mr. No Homo. Can you guys tell the story of how each of you met Jason for the first time and your first impressions? Well, for me, it was the old World Gym. I was doing a set of lat pull-downs, and he was right next to me doing cable curls, grunting, screaming, hollering, and I was trying to ignore him. And we both kind of finished our set at the same time. And he comes over and he goes, "How big do you think my arms are?" You know, feeling him. I'm like, I don't know. I gave him some number. And we just started talking. That was it.
I remember the first time I was in there in the afternoon, because I used to go, I'd finish my route and then I'd go to the gym because I had a real simple route and they didn't track us then, so I'd just fucking go work out, and he was there in the middle of the day. And I was on a bench a couple down from him, and he was talking to Tim's wife. He's telling her how he's bigger than her husband.
Oh, man.
And I didn't know, because I didn't know that was her husband. I didn't know who. And she's like, she's humoring him. "Yeah, you look good." She was being nice. You could tell he was fucking off. And then she comes over to me. She's like shaking her head. I'm like, "What the f-?" She's like, "Oh, he's a little off." I said, "Yeah, okay." And then he came over to me. He's like, "What do you think? I'm bigger than him." I said, "I don't even know who you're talking about." And then she said, "Oh, my husband's a pro bodybuilder." I said, "You think you're bigger than a pro bodybuilder?" And that was it.
Yeah.
Here's a good question. I know how Lenny's going to answer this, and I think I'm going to agree with him. Whoa, look at that fag, asks, "Andrew, what is your best advice for getting the attention of a girl out of your league?" And someone responded to him by saying, "Talk to her." But I disagree. What do you say?
I agree to a point, but I see what you're getting at, and it's worked for me because sometimes they think if he isn't talking to me, I don't get it. I'm a pretty girl. And then it intrigues her about you. This guy must be something else.
You're the only one not hitting on her.
Yeah.
Right. It's the old push-pull thing. The more you try to talk to her or do talk to her, the more you'll get pushed away. But the more indifference and lack of interest you show, the more intrigued she'll be. Well, why? He's not interested in me? Why
that worked like charms for me. I mean, girls that I worked with and such.
Don't be a dick or a jerk. Just be indifferent. And if you do speak to her, be as confident as you can be without crossing the line and becoming arrogant. Exude confidence.
Yes.
When you do speak to her, just have confidence ooze out of you.
There's no such thing as someone's out of your league. That's another cookie cutter term.
Yeah, that's horseshit. I agree with you.
I mean, I'll go and say anything to any girl I want to, simply because that's life. That's what men do. And the moment that they start saying that's illegal,
I know.
time to fight it, beat it down,
It's
beat
close.
it back.
You're going to wind up getting kicked out of the gym for fucking harassment.
Well, I could understand that, but to be put up on
every
charges.
chick, any attractive female or just any female.
Anything that I might find attractive.
Yeah,
put
that
it
we
way.
walk by. Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa.
And you can thank Mike T for that.
I love
Pure
it.
genius.
It's great.
Whoa. Another instance.
A lot of bullshit.
I was at Publix after my
good.
training session on Sunday. I was hurrying up to get home because Mr. Winston Churchill was going to take me to wrestling. But I saw a Haitian girl with jean shorts on, halfway down her ass, top half of her ass crack hanging out. She was with her mother. Don't know what age it is. Didn't care. I just said, "Whoa, looking good." And her mother started screaming at me, the Creole, this, that, and the other. And I said,
I want to go dump some.
"Yeah, she's looking good." And then the mother got on the daughter. You could tell she was playing something of, wasn't in English, but she was saying, "Oh, I told you not to wear those shorts here and this and that." Well, too bad. And she went to the manager. The manager just looked at me and started laughing.
Chop Barkley, are you guys doing a Misfit Gym episode with the bully in town? Yes, the plan is on Monday. We're all off. It's a very rare occasion where I actually have a holiday off, so we're all going to get together. Jay said he wants to try to deadlift 6 plates on each side on Monday, so we'll see. See if he can do it.
You ready for that, Leonard?
Never heard of her.
I take that as a no. I want to go pour cold water on Jason's face, but I know it's on your couch.
Do you remember an atomic sit-up when you were a kid? You'd go up to one of your friends and you say, "I bet you can't do a sit-up with a blindfold on." And you'd put a blindfold on them, and then when they go do a sit-up, someone's squatting with your ass out, and they do a sit-up right into your ass. Go do that to him.
I'd like to throw Kimbo right on his face. Leonard, go sit on his head. Go suffocate him. This guy keeps fucking calling. I might as well answer the fucking thing. Go ahead, you're on the podcast. You keep calling, you annoying fuck.
Hey, Brad, what's going on, man?
What's up? Good, buddy. You got.
Hey, man.
You got.
Can I talk to Lenny real quick?
Yes. You got 30 seconds. Go.
All right, Lenny.
Hey,
Lenny,
Shance.
Quick question, man. Have you ever been tested for liver cirrhosis on a CT scan by any chance?
No, I haven't had that done.
Really? Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You have obstructive sleep apnea and use a CPAP at night?
I have, but it needs to be adjusted. I need to get the self-adjusting ones. I heard they have it now. Because my weight fluctuates, and it seems like my PEDs fluctuate as well, causing different effects.
All right, Brad and Andrew, I know you guys love Lenny like I do. Listen, you got to write this down. I think Lenny has right-side heart failure.
Right side heart failure?
Yeah, Andrew, yes. I think he's got that from obstructive sleep apnea, and that's what's messing his liver up.
I'll have to check into that.
Hey, Lenny, I'm going to make a trip down to Boca anyway. My uncle lives there.
Yeah.
But I'll hit up Brad and Andrew on Snapchat. I'd like to meet with you face to face, man.
Sure, I'd love to meet you guys.
Just message one of us.
Yeah, just message me when you're coming down. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, man, I know you guys are busy, but I appreciate what you guys
We'll
do,
make
man.
time.
It's a shame that Patreon never went through, by the way.
Yeah, I was looking forward to getting on Classic, but who knows? Maybe the future. It's always start it right back up again to get the services of Mr. Pompura. He says he's on call, so. Hey, but thanks for reaching out, and I appreciate that. I need to learn more about my body.
I really think that was phenomenal, Lenny, but I could afford it quite a lot. And I've been listening to Andrew actually for years, back when I was in med school in 2008, and I should probably give back more to you guys. But I'll definitely reach out to Brad and Andrew, man. And thanks for everything you guys do, man. And I really appreciate everything, guys. And sorry again, Brad, keep texting you, man.
No, you're all right.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Anytime.
Looking forward to seeing you.
Yeah, anytime, man.
Hey, take it easy.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, you too.
Yeah, man.
Later, guys.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Killer Straight. Can I get a shout out, Leather Daddy? Currently in Amsterdam, Leather Daddy, capital of the world. Cheers for the men.
Killer Straight.
How about an all expenses paid trip for the Leather Daddy to Amsterdam?
There you go. I like it.
Let's get the outfit. We should do that. Leather Daddy. Imagine
Now
that.
I feel bad for being a dick to that guy because he was actually cool and informative. This fucking thing just
Brad,
keeps
you're a human dick.
I know.
You are a dick. That's your personality. They know that. You're a male prick.
All right.
You're a grumpy. That's why that old band by my house, you blew them off. You hear these guys coming up to you, you're delivering mail. They want to do chit chats with you, and you're like, how many fucking times I got a mail route to run, right? They want to chit chat. You're like the highlight of their day. Here he comes.
Some people wait outside.
Yeah. Any women? Bet you those old
gone
ladies
over
love
this.
you. We've not gone over it to my satisfaction and the maniacs. But they know you're a prick, Brad. They know it's nothing personal. You're just a human prick.
But sometimes I feel bad. Not all the time.
I remember Matt
Most
Dillon,
of the time I don't, but
when the college recruiter came to his house, he said to Matt, he goes, I want you on our team because you're a prick. We want pricks on our football team.
Tell Lenny his mission is to raise the maniacs that listen to the podcast. True to what a man is and should be, from fitness to a stable mentality. He can't die just yet. He should look forward to teaching everyone. Maybe he is the last stand against the cookie cutters of the world.
Well, the first step to being a man is you have to set goals for what your life has to be, and you don't let anything come in your way. You don't put too much thought into risks and rewards, because without risk, there is no rewards. And every risk is relative, and you could die tomorrow.
Has Jason actually ever gotten salmonella? No, but I have, and it was one of the worst experiences of my life. That's from Kaios213.
How did you get it?
Undercooked chicken. It was 1997.
I've never had that.
I think I lost 13 pounds.
How fast did the side effects hit you?
About 7 hours.
And what did they start with?
Incredible stomach pain, diarrhea.
Vomiting.
Like it felt like somebody just ignited a stick of dynamite inside my stomach.
God.
I was very close to going to the hospital, but I stuck it out.
Man, good thing you're still there while they're talking.
The pain was so bad that if someone had handed me a loaded gun, I would have considered blowing my head off.
You probably thought it might have been appendicitis or something, right?
No, I knew what it was. I knew where I ate it. I knew it was a diner on East 86th Street in Manhattan. I had dinner at about 5:30 p.m. I woke up at about 1:30 or 2 a.m. I knew
all those health regulations in city New York for you.
Just got worse and worse and worse.
Speaking on that thought, I make a trip to the John.
Great.
John's laying on the couch right there. Use his fucking
the human toilet.
Yeah, use his mouth. I dare you to shit right on his face.
I don't think Andrew would appreciate that.
I don't think Jason would appreciate that. Forget about me.
See you
Look, he's going up to him.
At least he doesn't have sleep apnea. He's breathing fine.
You got like a hot dog in your fridge? Warm it up and rub it on his face. Look at Leonard sizing him up. Go pounce on him when you come out of there.
He was
Leonard.
complaining of a headache and of this.
He's exhausted.
He just needs to sleep.
Yeah.
I know it's keeping him up. And I told him this morning, he cannot stop thinking about this whole mass unsub bullshit on his birthday.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. He's obsessing over it. Because he doesn't text you about that shit. He texts me.
Well, because I ignited that shit at the bar the other night. That's just because I was hoping I'd shut him up and make him leave. But
No.
It didn't work. He got pissed enough.
Yeah.
You know nothing's going to happen.
That's what's on his mind. And I told him this morning, you'll lose 200 subs, at the worst 300. You'll gain them back in a week. Just relax.
Yeah, they do it. They do that shit every few months anyway.
Right.
It's like a quarterly event.
Well,
Let's mass unsub for whatever holiday they're just going to mass unsub for.
Because they want to get a reaction out of him.
Uh-huh. They want to see him throw a little temper tantrum. I almost got him with that phony photo he's got, the phony autograph. He wasn't filming at the time.
Yeah, what's the story with that Natalie Portman autograph? Because we did a video
I
today.
have no fucking idea. Apparently, a fan sent it to him. A fan that knows the manager. You know how he talks. I can't follow. Anyways, he got it sent to him. It has authenticity.
Yeah, on the back of it.
Certification on the back. But I said it's all fake. They can fake all that shit. What makes you think that that's... I mean, I didn't see anything notarized. But even still, like what... You can fake anything nowadays. So that got him all on a fucking twit. And then he went on, like, the whole time we were working out, he goes on Google looking at Natalie Portman autographs.
Oh, is he trying to match it up?
Like, this one kind of looks like it. I'm like, no, it doesn't. He started getting pissed. It's too bad. Of course, he wasn't filming that at the time, but he always misses the good shit.
Well, I had to keep stopping him this morning because he would keep going off on these great rants. I'm like, Jason, stop. Stop right there. Let me get the camera. Okay, now start.
Yeah, but then it's not as original.
No, it's not organic. People don't realize that. The best shit always happens off camera. And no matter how hard you try to replicate it, when you turn the camera on, it never comes out the same. So,
you can't always be filming. It's hard.
No.
Plus, when the camera's not rolling, we're a little bit more loose and comfortable anyway.
Well,
so
yeah.
We'll say more shit that we probably should.
Depending on who has the editing power, too.
Exactly. Well, we know now that he doesn't, and I warned Leonard and Jay, you know, when we film with Jason and he's the one putting it on his channel, he's not editing shit. He's fucking too lazy. So you kind of got to be aware of that. Because with the way the shit that comes out of our mouth, especially them, if they know that he's not editing it, they might think twice about saying some shit.
Yeah.
Because even if you tell Jason, you might want to edit that out, he won't.
When he wakes up, he's going to be covered in cat hair, too.
He won't give two shits.
Oh, let him spend a night, whatever.
Watch him sleep there for like 2 straight days. Yeah. That's what he needs. He needs a solid, like,
he'll wake up next week.
3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning. It's
I
like,
know.
I know. Come gym tomorrow. What time? It's like, fuck, don't tell.
Question mark. New text. Question mark.
I just got to put them, on the iPhone, you can like mute the person. So when they text you, it doesn't buzz, it doesn't beep, it'll just show up when you go on there. So.
I don't like how much time he's spending in there. Because I saw what his toilet looked like in McLeod's video, and that's the worst I've ever seen it. Like, that was bad. I've never seen it like that in person.
Yeah, you...
Look at Lenny. He's going up to Jason sleeping.
Is he awake?
Rip Van Winkle.
Just woke up.
What's the matter? Constipated again?
Oh, no, everything's fine. Actually, I felt much better. But Andrew's like, it's golden advice. You just need some sleep.
Absolutely.
Sleep, eat water, and breath. And sit in nice, quiet.
You say in
good,
breath?
I'm sorry, good, clean air. And sitting at a place that's quiet, where there's no noise.
Dark. Pitch fucking black.
And just sitting and collecting your thoughts.
With your telephone off.
Yeah, there's too much of that. That's got to be.
You know, that's all he does. He probably lays in bed with his phone on the whole fucking... He probably falls asleep with his phone on.
Yeah.
Guess what? I take it to bed, too. I start doing it. I do.
A little spanking.
Spanking I'll do after I take my HGH. When I wake up like
I don't
clockwork.
need to know your jerk off.
No, but I'm just saying, when I inject that at, say, 5 in the morning, knowing I got to get up an hour and a half later, but I get up at...
You okay?
I get up at 3, 4, and 5.
I need a lack of sleep.
You need water and sleep. And maybe a decent meal if you can, a small meal.
First thing he does is go to his phone.
Of course.
Jason, Natalie Portman called you while you were sleeping. It's too bad you missed a call.
She said she never signed a picture for you.
Fuck you.
Jason looks so much better just getting 15 minutes of sleep. It's amazing.
Who are you kidding?
I don't know. He
Short bursts of
he
deep.
looks worse to me.
Short bursts of
Sharpay.
deep sleep are phenomenal for you.
It's like a sharp
Short bursts of deep sleep are phenomenal.
You're
You're cranking out that HGH from your pituitary like nobody's business. You're tailor-made.
What are you looking for in there? You just looking for shit to steal?
I need some more.
Lenny still has some McDonald's. You want some fries?
No.
There's a sink right in front of you that has a spigot that water comes out of, Jason.
Jason needs a nice little slab of smoked salmon with a nice whole wheat cracker and maybe a banana for bed for some melatonin and to drop his blood sugar and put him in a deep sleep.
Yeah, they say bananas are good before bed.
Melatonin, yes. And when you have trouble sleeping, as a certain somebody had said who will remain nameless, have some with a little bit of sugar because once that sugar gets in you, you're going to get a blood sugar drop and that'll put you to sleep.
So sugar for before bed.
If you can't sleep. I wouldn't recommend it's not good in the long term, but for those times you can't sleep, it works.
Interesting.
Yeah, I got something in the house for that too.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it-
Mary
is it-
Jane. It's
Never
excellent
heard
for
of her.
sleeping.
Jason, do my dishes.
He doesn't know how.
You want to rejoin us?
Yeah, for a couple minutes.
Jason needs about a gallon of spring water, nice and cool, sipping. You see, you got all the cat fur coating your shirt. You look like a cat.
Cheers.
Yeah, he's up.
Oh,
He's awake.
God. Why don't you just...
Where's your back hurt, Jason? Right here?
Better now.
Oh, Leonard, give him a little massage.
It's deep tissue.
I'm erotic.
That's a big, dense human being right there, I tell you that. It's like a block of muscle.
Lenny's good like that. You've had to give me that deep tissue shit before.
Everybody said it would feel better. Everybody, I do it. I do it to the trannies. I do it to the everybody. Trannies love it.
That's actually kind of funny.
Oh,
Here,
Leonard. Oh.
this post.
Shout out to all the hotel mates changing the sheet. Oh.
It's
Yeah.
a shout out
You
to
got
the
it?
hotel maids changing bed sheets on February 15th.
Oh. Oh, Valentine's Day.
Right,
all
right.
All the studs out there, yeah.
Yeah, there's a new Universal Order posting some funny ones. There's another one with Danny DeVito. That's like a card. You're a good whore.
Two. I know who to send it to.
Who?
She'll remain nameless.
You with us, Jason?
I think I'm gonna go see my mom.
You're not going to fall asleep at the wheel, are you?
I hope you do. I hope you slam right into a fucking telephone pole, too.
Wow.
Yay! Put me out of my misery.
Oh,
Put
Brad.
us out of your
You know, I
misery.
firmly believe
know
that
what?
Natalie Portman will come and carry you to heaven.
His,
So that's one good thing.
his-
She will not. Shut up.
Yes, she will.
his corpse would show up at the gym tomorrow to film a video. He would. His ghost would just float with his camera. Here you go, Brad.
Or being a fucking...
Gasper, the
he'll be in a
friendly
fucking-
ghost.
He'll be in a body cast coming to the
Yeah,
gym.
yeah.
They'll be following Brad in his house as it goes, waking him up all night.
Right.
Can you please
Imagine
tell
that.
me I'm dead?
You can't kill him anymore. He's with... And you won't even sleep anymore?
We're
This will be
stuck
great.
with him.
Harass you all day and all night.
What else is
That'd be a
new?
good Hollywood movie.
Oh,
Good
here
concept.
we go.
Have
Yeah.
Jason's ghost go harass people.
Woo!
Appear on Brad's
No,
mail truck.
no,
Guess
no.
who?
Even better, like the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze,
Yes.
where the only person who could hear Jason is Brad.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Can you imagine? No one else.
Throwing myself off a
All
building
day.
within a day.
Everything Brad says, who cares?
You never let you sleep. He'd be next to you.
Who cares?
That was, or I would torture Brad Andrew for a while too.
I can think of a good use, a cameo for her something. Who cares? Every time she says something, press it. Who cares?
That's great. It's actually a good idea.
No response is the best. Kill him with silence. Can't feed into the
But in
bullshit.
your case, it seems to be getting worse.
Can't
It's
feed
not,
in-
there's no,
can't
there's no
feed into the
it's not
bullshit.
stopping. It's not
I'm gonna go. I
stopping.
gotta.
Okay.
It's at
gonna
a
go, right?
very volatile level now, Brad.
It'll be fun.
Well, my prediction was that it would peak today, and then it would start to taper off. Today was going to be a rough one. Yeah.
Not rough for me. Shits.
You're going to go?
Yeah, I gotta get some sleep. This is bad, man.
You're going to go home and sleep? You're going to go home and,
I'm just gonna see
order
my mom.
66 random Instagram
What did
posts.
you
I'm
say?
gonna see my mom a little bit, and then I'm gonna just go to sleep.
You're
Like
talking in tongues now. I can't even
Why do
understand.
you got to see your mom?
just to kiss ass for a couple minutes.
Is that a Freudian slip?
You gonna try to,
Yeah.
She gonna be
Oh,
dressed
are you
in
gonna-
leather?
are you going to try to get some of your money that she's taking or what?
Yes.
Yeah? Good. We want our fucking cut.
Yeah, she's the person you should be extorting.
And guess what? If that fucking gift card doesn't work, Jason, you still owe me $50. I'm telling you right now. You understand?
What is it for? A restaurant?
Yeah, it's like 4 different restaurants, which it's probably blank. I haven't tried it yet.
All right, Jason, hold on. I'll walk you out.
Don't let
Oh,
the
Brad,
door
if
hit
we do some moving on Saturday, we can go to the Golden Corral. I still got a ticket and a half.
I'm not going to no motherfucking Golden Corral again. That shit, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but what it did to my stomach was terrible. It tasted okay. You know?
No, I wouldn't even.
Huh?
So,
You save it. You go. You like.
Yes.
You go there. Those are your.
so I
gift-
believe Christina
so your gift
Broccolini is
cards.
expecting. Adam's back on the job, and hopefully we'll get some kind of meeting going soon. It's going to happen. I'm not going to give it up. It's never going to stop. And I need it more than ever now.
Actually, speaking of that, okay, this is from Conrad. First of all, congrats on the 50 episodes of the podcast. I want to thank Lenny for introducing me to the goddess concept. My goddess is Marilyn Monroe. A warm, euphoric, peaceful sensation every time I see her pictures in old movies. I was confused by these feelings, but remembered how Lenny admires his goddess. So my question is, can Lenny explain this phenomenon? I didn't believe it till I experienced it myself. Thanks.
It just brings up a past memory, a beautiful feeling, maybe the first girl you ever liked, that pure. And maybe I would not know for sure, but you're probably a porn addict. You've probably taken things to a degrading level, which is fine. It has its place, but there's always a place. I mean, you could look at women any different ways. For any ways, it's not you're disrespecting her. It's just you're a man, and that's what men do. There's a reason men change their sexual habits, because their job by nature is to procreate and to be able to get off. If you don't get off, you're not going to ejaculate. Now, that's why there's men liking different things. And
Okay, so explain the goddess thing.
well, the goddess thing. Remember, Christina's an angel to me. The goddess thing is when you're with a girl, tranny, whatever, and you're basically to serve them, and it's sort of humiliating, but it's a turn on in a weird way, and you have to really experience it. Some people take it further, like it be done in public. I do this in the strip clubs every now and again. I was doing it on the weekend. Just very, very. Like they say that term, I like it. It's called to take you to subspace, which is a level between Earth and space. Subspace. They take you to another world, another dimension. It's not about being with somebody that you find attractive or want to, say, marry or have kids with. It's something that takes you to another level.
And you'll know it when it happens.
Yeah, and you like it. And a lot of the parts about you say, I can't believe I'm doing this, but you just do it.
Can you ask, this is from Tomash911. Can you ask Lenny if he would do a STD test and talk about the results on camera?
Absolutely.
Also, a hepatitis test and liver/gut ultrasound would be great content.
Sure, once we get the time, and if I can get it with minimal funding, on my part, I'm all for it. Everything's open. There's nothing secret. You know why? Because no one can really say they're that important individual to have anything secret. Because they're all going to be mush anyway, so fast, it's not even, we're going to be dust so fast, it's going to make your head spin. And I wish there was a way everyone could find out the exact date that they're going to leave the earth. Because I think people would be very, very... Hey, wait a minute. Toya Dabadi is a tan.
Well, this kid just sent the snap saying, tell Lenny I love him and tell him to look up Toya Dabadi.
That's not you. Toya Dabadi's got a nice ass.
No, but he's saying that, look that person up. He's not saying
Look it up.
That was him. No, I'm not. I don't want to look it up.
It's fine. Hate to use that word. It's pretty hot.
Is it a she or a he?
It's a she. It's the ultimate she, if you get my drift. The ultimate sexual. Like I said, you can only use
the
one.
warning.
You can only use one hole at once.
Oh, really?
I just feel bad that Brad never experienced what I experienced.
Don't feel bad for me, please. I don't need you feeling
You never
bad
went
for
to
me.
subspace.
How do you know?
You can't. It's impossible.
Why?
Because it's repetitive. It's done again. You're not getting the mental
You don't
stimulation
Bullshit.
from that.
Kimbo was very curiously sniffing where Jason was sleeping.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, because all that bacteria has coated that thing. And
Oh, now you'll talk shit when he's not here. Just like
no,
he
I'm just
does-
saying that's a fact. It's not.
Yeah, okay.
It's not an insult or anything. It's just
But
a fact.
you fucking kiss his ass when he's standing in front of you. Then
Well,
then he leaves, and all of a
He's
sudden you got
kissing his
something to
mother's
fucking
ass.
say.
So, therefore, how many people say that? Got to admire the kid. He's He's non-cookie cutter.
That's why you love him, because he's not a cookie cutter. We know this.
I like when he's in public and he'll just.
He doesn't give a shit. Yeah, he does not
cares?
Give a shit. You can't.
And who's the popular guy? Who's the superstar? Him, not the
Wait.
cookie cutters like Anthony at LA Fitness,
Who's that?
the king of the cookie cutters,
Who? De Niro's nephew's friend?
the skinny jeans.
Is that what you're talking about?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
God, it's fucking skinny.
How long?
Jogger
Next,
pants.
you gonna wear that outfit next 20 years?
Which one is this?
Tonight it was like a fucking like a little fashion show in there. Did you notice that?
I did.
All these fucking dipshits really trying to
Skinny pants.
and they keep looking. Oh my God!
And I heard White say, "For real, for real,
Who said that?
for real."
Who said
All
that?
kind of white guys.
Oh yeah.
For real.
Delray's so fucking bad when it comes to that, man. Sheesh.
And what's with these punks talking with deep voices on the bus?
What do you mean?
We don't ride the bus.
Porch monkeys. Oh, they talk. I'm gonna do this, I was like, oh, give me a break.
I saw the most despicable fucking thing. It was 2 nights ago. I went to Palmetto and Powerline LA Fitness. And I'm by the benches, and this kid and his girlfriend come up. They're probably early 20s. Whatever. I mean, the girl didn't. She was a little bit taller than him, kind of like doofy the way she. I mean, nothing. Nothing you would look twice at. They come in holding hands. After in between each set, they're like he was like pretending like he was training her. She was obviously very awkward and didn't know what the fuck she was doing. After every set, he's like fucking tongue kissing her. After every set. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
They probably just started dating.
Well, I said they probably, or they lost their virginity to each other or something.
Yeah, maybe.
To be that, like, I mean, okay, I get. like each
And then
other.
again in public,
You're you're at the
unless
gym,
they're
though.
exhibitionists.
You have to sit there in between each set. Like, okay, nobody wants your girl anyway, but you.
Still in that
Just so you know.
that early infatuated stage of the relationship where they both walk on water and laugh at each other's corny jokes.
Right.
Give it 6 months.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He'll be going to the gym by himself in no time.
Right.
Just, I don't know, man. It just irritates the shit out of me. Like, what are you doing?
He's an inexperienced cookie
I think it's just it's a possessive thing.
Possessive insecurity.
Yeah, people really think that the world revolves around them. It does when you're a pile of dust in a grave.
What's funny is if you were there, you'd go right up and talk to her just to fuck with him.
Sure.
I know.
And if
It's great.
he gave me a look, I said, I'm just talking to her to get to you there. You are hot. I said that to guys many times. You are so fucking hot.
Can you not look at me when you say that? Look at Andrew.
It's great. He doesn't look at me when I love it.
Are you getting turned on by that?
No, but you're creeping me out now.
Brad,
because all your leather fantasies and all that shit, Leonard, come on.
No.
All right.
Hey,
good.
Brad, like the people say all the time, if I wanted to get in your underwear, I would have gone a long time ago when you were over there on my pad and no one's there. I could have had you tied up in leather on that power rack.
Not a fucking chance.
Suspended.
Not a chance.
From your ankles, naked. Inserting putting hot candle wax on your balls while you're naked and tied up.
More projecting. You fantasize about this shit,
Brad. If it was going to happen,
you and
it
Jay
would have
happened
easy.
The two bears are after
because what are you going to do, Brad? Go out and say that I did this to you? No. Brad, I really do think
you are a sick fuck.
You get turned on and you don't like it. That's where you don't want to be exposed to it. He always says he's afraid to look at any porn I send him because it's turning you on.
I don't look at shit that you send me because I know what the fuck it's going to be. It's going to be nasty, tranny fucking
and it's
porn.
going to
I'm
turn
not
you
looking
on,
at it.
and
No,
you hate yourself because it turns you on.
Okay.
Like I said, until we get that erection meter, which of Maniac promised,
so you'll shut up. I'll just give you this
attach it to your genitals, bare genitals, and monitor that like on a computer screen where we could see. We show you images.
Leonard, if I liked it, I would do it.
The erection coming up, it's going to expose you for
fucking God.
Well, exactly what I said, and I guarantee it. I could show the foulest images, and you'll be getting erections from it. And you don't like it, and you don't know how to deal with it. Yeah. Well, someday we'll get that done. We'll administer the
Look
test.
at how excited you are now, you fucking homo.
No, just to see that you know the truth and you're understanding the truth.
Leonard, if I liked that shit, I would do it.
What if the erection meter itself gives you a hard on?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good point.
It's
We can attach it to Brad 24/7 when he's on the postal road. What's that big ball? It's my erection meter. We're doing a doing a study.
Hey, I tried. I told you what I tried. I tried that Cialis that Tony Hughes sent us. That shit works, man. I start thinking, and all of a sudden,
kidding.
Oh, it lasted a couple days after I took it.
And what did you do with it? That erection?
Went to the leather party.
Interesting. You a hard comer, like you know who?
Man, that shit's great.
Just keep it. You know, like I said, the more you use it, the more it.
Yeah, no, I don't need to depend on it.
is.
That's just for the second nut.
Looks great too. It feels great.
First
You actually
nut's
get
no
more
problem.
pleasure from it. And I swear you
know,
get
when
more
get
semen
older,
volume.
Yeah, when you get older, it's hard to get it up right after your first nut.
You notice that?
You got to wait a little bit.
That's why men
But
should
when you
be,
have this, it's like right away, man. You get a nice little breeze on your dick and it's hard. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. That's all it takes for you.
Yeah, and the leather.
Yeah. See, that's why you're so hypersensitive that this is turning you on. You don't like it. You have feelings of self-hatred. I did it too the first time I looked at tranny magazines.
Can you believe this?
And especially the first time I was with a tranny.
You knew this was coming.
I got self-hatred.
You should. You should have killed yourself then. You really should have.
But what good would it done me?
Right, exactly. What good? You wouldn't have to suffer with it. Look, now you're thinking about it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean.
No,
I'm
just
glad you
thinking.
didn't kill yourself.
No, I'm not worried about that.
And we wouldn't be having this much fun.
No, it's not that. Fun. There we go. Fun. Everything's fun.
What did you
Everything's
say
fun.
about your little fucking tournament or whatever that show was the other night? You're wrestling right when we were walking in, but you weren't on camera. It sucks. No, you said it was fun, and Andrew heard you say that word. You hypocrite piece of shit.
Yeah, hanging around you all afternoon. That shit's gonna rub off.
Oh, now you're gonna blame it on me.
Pretty soon I'll start tattooing nonsense all over my upper torso.
Nonsense.
And I swear he's got a Prince Albert under his panties. Brad, you flatulate like someone that's getting rectally violated on an every other day basis.
How would you know? Yeah.
No, I know that's a side effect.
Yeah. That's a side effect when you got sodomized by the stripper, by the fat Cuban.
Yeah, it stretches you to the point where you have people who have to wear a diaper and they get anal reconstructive surgery. Yes, that's not a pleasant thing. And your flatulence you'll smell because it just eats right out. That's why people wear butt plugs and diapers. Trust me, them hardcore trannies, believe me.
You should start wearing diapers. I saw your tidy whities today, Leonard. It's disgusting.
Well, that's from squatting.
Bullshit.
Yes, it is.
Your underwear have never been that fucking dirty.
How do you know?
Because
listen to this guy. Listen to this statement.
That's true.
Your underwear have never been that dirty. Boy, you're seeing my. Yes, you do.
Not that I've seen.
You're the expert on it. You're living in my underwear.
Be all specific.
You're living in that underwear.
Every
Brad.
time I've seen you in your underwear, I've never seen them that dirty. I correct.
What the hell did
statement.
you just say? Every time you've never seen them.
Every time you come to the door, you're in your fucking underwear.
No, because I'm naked most of the time.
But you have your tidy whities on.
Eyes are dropping like an elevator.
Oh my fucking.
And then you say, "Oh, cover up," because you're getting those feelings of erectile. You're getting the erections, and it's coming back to your self-hatred.
Oh my fucking god! You are so.
Brad, that's why people have lawyers in court because you on a stand. You're so self-incriminatory. Never represent yourself, Brad.
No chance. I plead the fifth.
Good. Yeah, that's when they ask you.
This is called.
When they ask you if you do gay sex, you say, "I plead the fifth."
This is called 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
You know the feeling.
Yeah, I'm on it now.
I know, both delirious.
You could have fallen asleep next to Jason.
I could lay right on this floor right now and fall asleep.
Lay on the floor. Here we go again. He likes being on the floor.
Go ahead, turn everything into something sick sexual with you, you fucking pig. If it makes you feel better, Leonard, go right ahead. What else do you have to say? Come on, you sick fuck.
You said it all. I have nothing else to say. You self-incriminated yourself in front of the entire world.
Fuck them. I don't
Here
give
come
a
the,
shit.
what do they call the
I don't
memes?
give a shit.
Here come the memes.
Bring them on. I don't
You're
give
the
a
king
fuck.
of the memes, Brad.
Lately.
Everybody's got
Thanks to you
some of the vilest memes
Who cares?
on the internet.
Who cares?
You actually do a better job than Jason saying that. Who cares?
I don't give a shit, man. You know that. It's all fun. It's entertainment, Leonard.
Well, as PJ Braun said, it's all fun till there's lawyers involved.
He's out of... Who said... What did you just say?
It's PJ Braun's famous quote, it's all fun and games until lawyers get
That's
involved.
true. I think he's moving up to Georgia or some shit.
I would,
With
yeah,
the
going to
company.
get to those 10-10-10s up there. I don't blame him. That's the hotbed, Hotlanta.
Hotlanta, yeah.
Trannies,
That's right.
10-10-10s out the ass.
That's what they call it, Hotlanta. All right, what else do we got this week? You and Jay gonna kiss and make up or what?
Never heard of her.
Mm-hmm. You guys are such fucking idiots, man. Like little women. I'm sorry.
He's giving you that same look he gives the goddess.
Try the staring next time, Brad. Try with whomever you're
going to the leather party with.
Right. Just get that thought and just...
How do you know I haven't done it?
It's a good way to start it off, and if you have, it's a good little gem that people don't realize. You know what I like when I look at it and then she does one of these.
Oh,
Snorts?
That's real attractive.
Yeah.
Snorting like she's going to get a drip from the blow that's in her nose.
Yeah.
You like that, huh?
Yeah.
So bring it some Coke next time.
I don't have to. Everything's there.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here. What did Dale message? He messaged me trying to get your number. I guess he didn't have the right number or whatever.
Yeah, I texted Dale. He's getting us clothing to send down, and we're going to step it up. We're going to step up that training. I'm going to step up the scientific end of it. I'm going to push it to the limit.
Well, this is what he sent me.
I'm going to make him look like soft. I'm going to make him look like a 1970s bodybuilder.
He's not gone for 5 minutes and he's already called.
What's up, Jason?
I got some bad news to tell you.
Wait, hold on. Is this private?
Just look at the number.
Fine.
Is your
Hold
mother
on.
dead?
What's up?
Well, he said bad news. I didn't say good news. He didn't say good news. He said
In his
bad
case,
news.
that'd probably be good, that big money.
Say that again. What?
He's talking about a good troll. Rick Flairening, you're a good troll, I just heard him say. Whatever.
So much for that sleep.
He lets himself get consumed with this shit so much.
A few people do, especially the man that remains nameless.
I know, isn't it something?
Yeah.
All feeding into the
Who's
bullshit.
lying about 7 jobs?
Well, Andrew Calora, first week of May, the Florida Grand Prix,
Let us
Kaiser
talk about
University
that.
Military Trail in West Palm Beach.
All right, talk later.
The place to be.
You got the date?
Not yet. I'll get it next week, but it's coming up real quick.
This is what Dale forwarded me. This is a text that he sent Lenny yesterday. What is up, you cum-gurgling gutter slut? I wonder if I scare you so bad that when you see a 704 area code, you automatically don't answer your phone. Because you know that this North Carolina boy is going to destroy you at the Ruby. And yes, you may be bigger as far as taller, but go back and watch the YouTube video of you and I posing at the Planet Fitness the day before the Ruby. I dwarfed you in every muscle
No, you
group
didn't, Dale.
except one, the abs, and maybe the nutsack length. No one can beat you in those. Anyway, I wanted to ask what size shorts you are wearing now that you're getting fat. I mean bulking.
2X always fit me for shorts for some reason, but I appreciate that, Dale. And I appreciate those words. They fire me up. I hope they fire you up as well. And like I said, my goal is to make you look like a 1970s bodybuilder. Soft and small. Where when I come out, people are going to say, what the fuck is that? Is that even human?
Well, we already know the
Keep
answer
that
to
in mind, Dale. That's the difference. You want to look like a physique competitor like you tried to the other year. Where'd it get you? Just saying, Dale. You're living in that North Carolina luxury up there. And I'm not.
Fuck you, Dale.
Well, I don't use those kind of words, but I'll gonna say
You don't use those kind of
I
words.
don't use those words.
You are a fucking
Those are
walking
cookie cutter
contradiction. Jesus
insults.
Christ.
All I can say is, Dale, it's going to look like night and day when I'm standing next to you. Again, you probably won't have the guts to put the size on to be in my weight class, and I sure as hell ain't going to trim myself down to fit in your weight class. So just remember that, Dale, when you're tired and when you're going to do deadlifts or squats. Oh, you don't do those anymore. I'm sorry. You got symmetry now. You do the sissy squats and the pansy movements to improve your look and your lines. Well, keep going that philosophy, Dale, and see what it gets you.
we done here? Anything else?
We can predict now. 3rd place.
And if there's 3 people in your weight class, you'll be 3rd too, buddy.
I'll be the biggest, hardest guy, though. I never took any credence in that cookie cutter. I could care less. It's about being the biggest and hardest. The biggest and the hardest.
Was there any other questions worth reading? Or?
Yeah, they were. I'm gonna have to go back. There are probably 50 more now.
Jesus Christ.
I'm already half asleep.
Dale, it's do or die for you, buddy. I'd go on forever. It's do or die for you. You going to turn the corner or not?
Is Cornelius going to compete too?
Hopefully.
That'd be good.
In the wheelchair division. They both got they should both straw out there.
He'll wipe the floor with all you fucking guys. Cornelius is in great shape.
I'll wipe the floor when I'm his cuck with his wife. I'll wipe the floor with my tongue. What do you think about that, Cornelius? With that goddess next to you. I bet you she walks you around on a leash. I know you're kind, Cornelius. I don't blame you. I bet she rides you around that house like a horse. Well, I'm going to be that horse after this year's Ruby, right down Atlantic Avenue, when she's wearing that short skirt with them heels she had on last night and that long blonde flowing hair 2 years ago.
Sorry, I never forget your name, Cornelius.
When she got dressed up for that night show, man. My eyeballs almost popped out of my head. The first thing I got was, she must be packing heat to look that good.
Oh, my fucking God.
She looks so good. She has a dick.
Yeah.
She must be.
Who fucking
What kind of logic is that?
When you look at, from what I've seen, when you look that good, you're packing heat.
You're going to fuck up so many people's minds with that now. Because everybody's going to be looking at these hot
Well, let me tell you something. That goddess fucked my mind up real good.
I can tell.
And I actually got to sit and have at a lounge with her and talk about my most personal thoughts and feelings. Right. And she was all ears, so that's a great, classy human being on top of it.
What happened this past weekend when you went out with Mike T? What night was that?
It was Saturday afternoon. I was at Walmart.
Afternoon, yeah.
I just spoke to you. He called me. What are you doing? I was at Walmart shopping. He said, want to go to the strip bar? I said, yeah, why not?
At what time? You guys were there so fucking early.
Like 1, 2 o'clock. So
daytime.
I rode my bike home. I just said, come pick me up at my house. I locked my bike up at home. Took me over to the Pink on Sample and 441 in Pompano.
Yeah, I don't think Mike Tits liked that place too much.
Well, it could have fooled me. There's about 15 or 16 tans in there. 2 of them over 6 foot tall with the heels. Dark, thick, the kind you like too, Andrew. Engulfing me, man. It was, anything goes. And, I did anything in there. And, Adam McLeod was telling me a lot of places you can't even touch strippers, like in New York. Like Robert Franklin, he can't even put his hands on one up at one of those clubs. I'm
sure there's some they could find.
I'm sure. Actually, he spoke one on the Glorious House of Gains podcast. I guess somebody was talking about they had actually fucked a stripper in a club. But I mean, it was a free for all.
Which podcast was that? That was the one he did.
That was the most recent one, yeah. Because I thought he might have been talking about me, but yeah, it was a free for all in there. And I told the girl, I said, those bouncers, I said, I do what I want here. So I said, took my shirt off, walked around, the guy didn't say shit. And the girls are like, nobody does that. I just did. Fingering. Fingers went everywhere, fingers in me.
Oh,
it's fucking great. I mean, there's like 15 tans in there. 15.
How much money did you drop?
I think I dropped close to 2.
No shit. That's a lot for you.
It is, but it's with like 4 or 5 girls.
And that was just at Pink?
Yeah, Diamond
You called
Dolls.
me. You guys were at Diamond Dolls at like 6 in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's what we went after. We just got something to eat there. The food. I'm into those pasty Cuban Colombian girls.
I told you I'd go when you guys are down. But 6 o'clock.
I suggest we go to the Pink, Andrew. Those Diamond Doll cunts are a fucking turnoff. I wouldn't even want to go near one. I think they suck. They can't speak English. You can't talk dirty to them. They look at you like, what the fuck did you just say? You go there for the food, but I am not a Diamond Dolls fan. I can say that right now.
You were that first time we went.
I was, but I saw better. The pink in the porthole. You know why? Because you got the tans.
You like that filthy
porthole pub is.
And Mike said something smelled like onions. And the girl that smelled like onions, I was licking her pits. She was licking mine. She was riding me like a horse. She actually busted my nut. I got a fucking lap dance out of this world. She was pouring like 180 pounds down on me hard. But that's not an everyday thing.
He got home when the sun was still up.
I know.
That's why I collapsed in bed. And I see you guys texting me to come over and see you guys to Kilt. But by that time, it was like 3 a.m.
Would have rather gone to Diamond Dolls, to tell you the truth.
No.
Yeah.
They show the fights there, right?
The pink. Yeah, they do.
Do they show the fights at the pink?
You're not going to watch it with girls there.
No, I know. That's the thing.
The pink is the shit, man. The pink and the porthole, those are my kind of clubs. Anything goes, at least for me. Because, like I said, once they see the look in my eyes.
Yeah, you like to eat dirty stripper asshole.
Armpits
and asshole.
And they start.
Of course they love it. Nobody else does that to them.
No.
The fuck? Nobody in their right mind is going to rim a stripper.
Encounters for not even 200.
Just what I want to do. Go to a strip club and put my tongue up their fucking filthy asshole.
Oh, that's you.
Exactly.
But we met a maniac there, and he unloaded some footage of him doing 4-strap bench presses with 5
Yeah,
plates.
I saw that. The person
he's a
kept
big
lifting
fan.
it off his chest for him.
He says, "Where's the first thing?" He says, "Where's the leather, Daddy?" And then Mike T's saying he goes there because he's big time in that club. He goes to Diamond Dolls and he's nothing. I thought that was a funny statement by Mike T. Because he's big time at that club. Mike went in there with some onion smell. I said, "Yeah, I like that onion smell." Of course, you got to be doing what I'm doing. That's a whole different.
That's
ballgame.
just some real.
I wouldn't go over there.
BO.
I wouldn't go over there like I said, my normal self. No, I wouldn't even go.
You got to be high, yeah.
Well, you got to be G'd. I think it's
high.
Key. I don't like those cookie cutter terms.
It falls all under the same umbrella. You're high.
Cookie cutter, yeah.
Okay.
But there was some big, black, clean thickness too, man. Big girls, 180, thick, big, round asses. Those Diamond Doll spicks over there with their flat, pasty asses.
Jesus Christ.
One girl had hemorrhoids coming out of her ass, looked like worms. Those girls suck.
Well, that's what happens when you go to the fucking day shift, you moron.
No, she had a kid.
It looked like worms?
Yes, pasty ass spick had worms coming out. She's my
Leonard,
kid.
You can't be fucking serious. Were you hallucinating, really?
No.
You sure?
No, but for a day
How
shift...
could she strip it? Yeah. Huh?
Well, she did. She had fucking hemorrhoids because she had a kid. But the pink in the day shift, man, black thickness. Well, Brad, young, experienced guys like you are so one-dimensional that haven't reached the level I have. You'll get there. It takes time. You haven't developed...
Thanks. I'm comfortable.
It's
right
an
where
acquired
I'm at,
taste. Oh, yeah, you're real
good.
comfortable.
I'm good right where I'm at.
Real comfortable. It shows. Where once you go over the edge...
keep breaking my balls.
And you get into subspace...
I've been in subspace.
Yeah?
Yes.
That's the time you first get your first fisting? Did you see that video that guy made where they're going like this, putting lube on their hands? And
it's disgusting.
It is. That's beyond belief. To me, that's just... And there's tons of guys in that club. And they're French kissing each other. And oh, man, that is...
That's your kind of place,
I don't think so.
All right.
What are you playing as a...
Another Valentine's Day song. One of Leonard's favorites. He requested this earlier.
To go where no human has gone before.
You know, some doctors say that too about kids. You know, you see these babies, the infants, the parents bring them out and they put them in the fucking, you know, the high chair, and they have the big fucking padded thing. They wipe the table and all that. You kind of want to expose them to shit so they build up an immune system.
Yes.
Because then if you protect them from all the germs, and you don't send them, the minute you send them to school, they fucking get sick every.
Bubble boy.
They get sick every month.
And that goes for controversy and everything else.
You know the movie Twins with Arnold and DeVito?
Yes.
You know something that always bugged the crap out of me about that movie? You know how Arnold was raised in isolation on a tropical island with no other humans, and then they just whisked him onto a plane and he went to L.A.? He would have died. Think about it. He wasn't exposed to any bacteria or germs his whole life. And then he goes on a plane in an airport in a big city. You know how sick he would have...
alone, yeah.
Right.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
That always
But
bugs
it
me.
just goes to show you, that's why I'm against homeschooling.
I know it's
you
just
can
a
teach
movie,
your kids
but-
at home, but you need to put them there with the scum of the earth, which is in most of those public schools now, and you show them how to deal with them, how to control the situation. Don't let them or those teachers control you, because it's disgusting.
On that note,
All right, I'm controlling this podcast.
Good night.
Have a good night. I'm going to sleep.
Brad, control your rectum.